Hello, everybody, and welcome back to me. I'm back on camera, baby. Back on the pre-show hosting. Screw this K-Bot guy. We're back, and I got some beautiful guests. I'm gonna go with them. And the first match of the day, Demons RAHH versus
BOZO.
not showing
BOZO
today.
Bunch.
I know it's BOZO Bunch, but not showing today. Hey, maybe this is gonna be a funny thing. What if I just put all? Oh, never mind. It's back. All right, let's just go back to normal here. Demons RAHH versus BOZO Bunch. Gumi, I'm assuming you're gonna vote for your own team here. You want to yap a little bit about it for a
All
second?
I'm saying is there's a bit of a reason that BOZO wasn't showing up there. We're about to wipe them out of existence. Their 2-0's done.
Game 1 between Demons RAHH and the Bunch was incredible, with the Demons picking Oni Village as the first map to be played on, and making this game into what could potentially be the best game we'll see all season. BOZO Bunch began the match by going up 2-0 pretty comfortably, taking 6 goals while dropping 3 to the Demons. However, this is where the fun began, as they kept winning, going up 2-0 in goals to make Game 1 look like a quick sweep on what is typically one of the longer lasting maps in the game. This all changed towards what was thought to be the end of the match, as the Demons scored once, then twice, and then a third time, to put them down by only 1 set, and bring the Bunch to 0 points going into set 4. The next set, Demons RAHH were looking at a 2-1 deficit in points, with the BOZO Bunch once again on game point. For a second time though, Demons RAHH were able to get it back up on their feet, and steal the set right out from under the Bunch's noses. In the 5th and final set, we saw the Demons at a deficit once more, going down 2-0 in points and then pulling out one of the biggest reverse 3-0s from what looked like an impossible match. With Demons RAHH standing at a 1-0 set count, we went into game number 2, heading into the Clarion test chamber. Even after the heartbreaking loss in game 1, the BOZO Bunch were able to reset their mental and went into game 2. After a quick win in set 1, however, the Bunch found any momentum eliminated as the Demons were able to win the next 3 sets in a row, bringing them to a 2-0 victory in the first match of the day.
Left drop letters low, Fiery's in there, has the flip but used it a little late. Another chance for the BOZO Bunch as Obscure Red's winning all the strike wars for the moment, but it's 3v2 and all 3 members are pushing in for the goal here. But they managed to save it away still. Gumi has flipped now. This time it will be enough with the glitch pop, and Demons RAHH will take the series.
Yes, it is indeed.
Boys versus Cosmic Calamities. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Boys obviously at their full strength, showing off last week against Last Call. In a, I'd say a little dirty 6-0. Definitely got it done.
Game 1 of this match took place on Night Market, and we saw a pretty even fight in the first set, with the teams going 1-1 and then 2-2, ending with Sad Boys scoring a 3rd point in order to lock down the set. This only let them scale further though, and set 2 also went to the boys, with only 1 point in response coming from the Cosmic Calamities. In set 3 we saw pretty much the same thing, with Cosmic Calamities playing incredibly, but they weren't quite able to keep the core out of the net, losing the match 3-0 to Sad Boys by the end. Game 2 was a whole different core game though, as we went down to Oni Village and Cosmic Calamities were able to find themselves playing a comp with lots of burst movement that allowed them to work together to swiftly dismantle the Sad Boys defense, which, while strong, was much more offense-oriented and doesn't have tools to consistently take down pressure from the Calamities. Here we saw the Calamities pull out a swift set 1 win on the boys. This didn't matter much though, as the Sad Boys were able to take set 2 in a bit of a back and forth that went down to goal 5. The Calamities were still locked in and ready to rumble though, and were able to take set 3 in a swift 3-0, keeping that momentum as they went into set 4 and quickly won that as well, only dropping a couple points in the meantime. With the scoreboard at 1-1, the Sad Boys and Cosmic Calamities took a trip down to Vaughn's lab. This game may have been a 3-0 victory for the Sad Boys, but it was by no means a clean sweep. Cosmic Calamities were able to take 5 points off the boys before the end of the match, opting for a more core control-oriented team composition over the Sad Boys and Taro and Vice forwards, who were able to rack up a total of 15 kills by the end of the match, proving that damage is in fact incredibly weak.
Find anything, 1 barrier taken, but that's about it, as Vaughn put so much damage onto Forgot, the midfielder gone, the shot to the bottom side, and the Sad Boys will finish up the series.
True, it looks like, man, once that...
Next up, 5 p.m., Lob City versus Bang Bang. Will Lob City find their footing today?
Our next match is quite the interesting one, with Bang Bang being ranked in the number 1 position with no games dropped at a 2-0 versus Lob City, who are a great team, but in terms of Nassel so far, are currently at a score of 0-2 in the season. In Game 1 we went to Atlas's lab, where Bang Bang were able to scale early and hard. After the first set, Lob City ended up having to block off the Monumentalist from Grimela's Now, allowing for Bang Bang to build even more off of the aerials and adrenaline rush start. Bang Bang's match 1 comp was able to consistently deal damage onto each player of Lob City, and they were ultimately able to build up a pretty swift and dominant 3-0 victory for themselves. In game number 2, we saw Lob City taking Bang Bang to Gates of Obscura. While the game started out pretty slowly, in the first Awakening draft, Fudgy was able to pick up Team Player, and when playing with Pauldrons, that core can get really fast, right at the clock hits 0 and overtime gets started. This created a game where Bang Bang was perfectly comfortable with sitting back, defending their hearts out, and then taking opportunities as they came, utilizing the overtime core speed to get right past the defenses of Shapeshifting's Aimee, a character who notably has a lot of difficulty defending against the core going super quickly due to her slower abilities. Bang Bang were able to take the match 2-0, putting themselves at a comfortable 3-0 for the season, and allowing them to go into the next 6 weeks of the regular season with no games dropped.
By Fudgy Waffles. It's not looking good as we go into overtime. The dreaded core speed is here, and now it's back to Drew. Shapeshifting able to block it away, getting it to Leo Leon, but right back to Drew off a rebound, and that is Bang Bang taking it all in a 3-0 sweep in game 2 over Lob City.
Yeah, and I felt like that last point was just emblematic of the series as a whole.
Hey, I'm down for it. But on to the next one. LC, my own team here, versus EKC, who I believe should have their full roster this week, if I heard correctly.
Going into this match, Era's Kitten Club was finally on their main roster, putting them in a bit of a comfortable position as the roster that they have so much practice and experience with finally was put to good use. EKC went up 2-0 in the first game, looking pretty confident, but also taking it back and forth, with both sets going to goal 5. Last Call was able to take the third set for themselves though, winning the set with 3-1, and giving them an opportunity to turn the game on its head. Unfortunately for Last Call though, this set win was relatively short-lived, and EKC was able to go up 2-0 in points to start off set number 4, dropping the third goal to Last Call before closing out their 3-1 victory in Game 1. Game 2 saw the teams going down to Atlas's lab, where many shades of the previous game could be seen. EKC was able to take the first set in yet another goal 5 nail-biter, but in the second set, Last Call was able to shoot back quickly and confidently. Last Call was able to get Rapid Fire in Borg's Vice, which was already buffed by the starting Awakening he had gotten in Heavy Impact, allowing the team to keep killing and dealing a lot more damage than EKC's much more core control oriented character picks. Last Call kept this momentum going into set number 3, taking 3 swift goals from EKC and getting a few great Awakening picks for their trebles, with 3Z getting guaranteed missile propulsion or Deadeye on his Luna, and Borg able to get explosive entrance, which in theory would let them scale even harder going into the rest of the game. This wasn't the case anymore, however, as Era's Kitten Club was able to slow down Last Call's momentum, taking them to a goal 5 situation in set number 4, which let EKC send the game into a 5th set, and let them utilize Soren's newly obtained double orb stacking and Katsuno's quick strike catalyst build in order to take the game for themselves, ending the game in a set 5 goal 5 scenario with EKC coming out on top, and making the casters go absolutely wild.
Double dig. Last Call.
Forward with the flip, Soren saves it away here. Flip from 30, he finds the KO, it's the power play, but flip from Soren sends it back, and Fresh can't get there! Fresh can't get there in time! It goes right in! EKC, take it! That's the game, and that's the series! What a match! What a match!
What? I feel like the entirety of that game was going to a set 5.5. Like 3Z Breezy got the reverse KO. I was like hunkering in. I was locked in. I was like, I'm ready for this. And then Sora just steals it. Sora just steals the show with the goal, takes the series for EKC. That was an insane one. I mean, look at these KOs. We have 25 KOs coming out from Last Call, 318 redirects from 4, 298 from Katsuna, 3Z Breezy, a 9+1 respectable goal line.
We are going to be getting right into that, and we'll start with the last game of the day, the match of the week. BOZO versus Showtime. I just went in and filled the teams, because if you two didn't bet on your own teams, what are you doing at this point? You just yapped about it. Gumi, what are your thoughts?
I can promise game 1 will not be a ruin pick. Hey, game 1 will not be an auto loss.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Getting started in Game 1, BOZO saw a Chrono Boost start, which, due to the Joker's notoriety and recognition as one of the best or even the best Octavia, means that his Octavia was banned away pretty much immediately by BOZO. This match was quite an even one, with BOZO Bonanza taking the first set, only for Showtime to follow up with the second set victory to set the teams at 1-1. Showtime was able to take set number 3, but after a long goal 5 set ended up losing number 4 to the Bonanza, leaving the teams at 2-2 in sets, and after a few more back and forth goals from each team, a goal 5 scenario as well. In set 5, BOZO went up 2-0, but then we got to see Showtime's roster lock in, pulling out 2 goals in a very short time in order to send us to a set 5 goal 5 scenario, to determine who has the advantage going to match 2 and potentially match 3. After some incredible goal line saves from Megaverse, Xavier and the Joker were able to mount a defensive opportunity for themselves and score, putting Showtime up 1-0 in games. Going into game number 2, we saw yet another Chrono Boost start, forcing BOZO to either ban it out or deal with Chrono Boost Octavia for the foreseeable future. This didn't matter much to them though, as they chose to ban out a potential era pick from Showtime, and pick up X, Estelle, and Penny, giving them a comp that is great for stuffing out Octavia's options and forcing her into bad spots, especially on a map like Night Market. Game 2 wasn't only sunshine and rainbows for BOZO Bonanza though, as they were able to take the first set, but then quickly lost the next 2 to Showtime, putting themselves down both a game and a set going into set 4 of game 2. After a quick 3-0 in set 4, BOZO was able to find themselves yet another quick 3-0 set in order to take game number 2 in their favor. In game number 3 and our final game of the week, BOZO chose to pick a very core control and defense oriented composition to combat the half damage, half core control comp coming out from Showtime. With the quick strike start, the core was getting shot around the field by everybody's faster strikes, and with Showtime coming into match number 3 with a bit of a mental reset, they were able to sit back and steal the first set away from the Bonanza in a confident 3-0 victory. This didn't last long though, as after scoring one more goal, BOZO Bonanza was able to take the game win with almost 9 straight points, only losing 1 during set number 3 and winning themselves the match. Another interesting thing to note about this match is that this is the same kind of loss into double win that BOZO had last week, dropping the first match in a set 5 scenario, but then taking matters into their own hands and dropping 2 sets in game 2 for a victory, and then dropping only 1 set in game 3 to take the match out over their opponent.
Just walking forward here. Drone comes up just a little bit shy. Scyther looks for it. Megaverse has the energy burst to send it away. Here's Lilybun, almost is able to fight it there. Scyther now forward again, but it's Liari who will put it home. The Bonanza continues for this squad as they will pick up another victory here and try to cement themselves a spot in playoffs later on, showing the Bonanza has gone nowhere.